The S&P 500 is, I don't know whether it's 80% of the market value.
Like you just saw, Warren Buffett has always been a fan of the S&P 500. He believes it's a one-way ticket to wealth. But here's the thing, do you really want to spend your life waiting for your investment to mature? What if we told you that there's a smarter way to invest and make wealth? In this video, we'll delve into a detailed ETF investment plan, ideal portfolio, and profitability to uncover the 5 facts that set it apart as Warren Buffett's ultimate long-term investment. But make sure you stay until the end because we're also going to teach you how you can potentially flip $100,000 into $3 million with ETFs in rapid time. You don't want to miss this. But before we go into the business of the day, let's have a quick rundown of everything you need to know about ETFs. ETFs, or exchange-traded funds, are investment funds that are traded on stock exchanges, much like individual stocks. They typically hold assets such as stocks, commodities, or bonds and offer investors diversified exposure to a particular market or sector. Plus, they're incredibly tax efficient, easy to trade, and have low expense ratios. Similarly, dividend ETFs are investment funds that follow a collection of dividend-paying assets like stocks and bonds. They offer investors a convenient way to access a diversified range of dividend-paying stocks without the need to select individual companies. And because of this, dividend ETFs tend to have a well-diversified structure that helps mitigate the risks associated with the poor performance of any single company in the portfolio. Despite Warren Buffett's assertion that he buys businesses rather than stocks, as evidenced by his iconic quote, "Charlie and I are not stock pickers, we are business pickers." The truth, however, is that both are actually intertwined. Yes, he picks good businesses, but they almost always translate to good stocks. That said, the Oracle of Omaha doesn't limit himself to picking individual stocks. He also sees value in certain exchange-traded funds. In fact, he has a particular fondness for a certain ETF that could make you a millionaire long before you retire. Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio only has 2 ETFs, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust and the Vanguard 500 Index Fund ETF. Both of these options track the S&P 500, but the latter is Mr. Buffett's clear favorite. For starters, Berkshire owns a slightly larger portion of the Vanguard ETF compared to the SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust. At the end of the third quarter of 2023, the conglomerate's stake in VOO was valued at slightly over $17.5 billion. Secondly, Buffett's sentiment was clearly articulated in his 2013 letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders. In that letter, he outlined his directive for the majority of his family's inheritance to be invested in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund, specifically adding, "I suggest Vanguard's." The Vanguard S&P 500 ETF stands as the third largest ETF in the market, boasting assets under management exceeding $430 billion. In the past 3 months alone, its average daily share volume has surpassed 5.3 million, indicating robust trading activity. Wondering why this Vanguard ETF is so popular? The primary factor contributing to the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF's performance is the S&P 500 index it aims to replicate. This index comprises the stocks of the 500 largest companies traded on U.S. stock exchanges. With representation across various sectors and industries, the S&P 500 offers the diversification that appeals to many investors. And this is where the Vanguard ETF shines yet again. By regularly rebalancing the index, a survival of the fittest scenario comes to life where companies that fail to sustain growth are replaced by those who do. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We'll show you something even more mind-blowing by the end of this video. For now though, here are 5 compelling reasons why incorporating VOO into your long-term buy and hold dividend strategy is a wise decision. First off, VOO is basically impenetrable to inflation. When you invest in the ETF, you're actually channeling your funds into a portfolio comprising a myriad of prominent American companies recognized for their dividends and esteemed market positions. To address this, some of the companies you'll be getting include names like Occidental Petroleum, Chevron, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Visa, MasterCard, and Apple. All of the aforementioned companies are giants in their respective industries. They are well known for their value and high quality, offering a diverse investment opportunity within the American corporate landscape. There's a lot of talk about how 2024 could be a challenging year for Americans, including creepy inflation. But even if the worst case scenario happens and the economy really faces some challenges, ETFs will still stand strong. When inflation rises, the prices of goods and services typically increase, which can negatively impact traditional investments like stocks and bonds. However, ETFs often hold a diversified portfolio of assets, including stocks, bonds, commodities, and real estate investment trusts. Plus, some of these assets, like commodities and real estate, have historically shown positive correlations with inflation. For example, commodities such as gold tend to increase in value during periods of inflation as investors seek to preserve their wealth. And don't even get us started on how real estate investments can benefit from rising rental income and property values. VOO has ample recession-resistant holdings. Companies like Johnson & Johnson, PepsiCo, and Coca-Cola are only a few examples. Vanguard owns the most shares of Johnson & Johnson, and the latter makes pharmaceutical products. During tough economic times, people still buy these important medicines, so Johnson & Johnson wouldn't suffer much. In fact, it even stands to benefit from the crisis. Healthcare firms within the ETF have the flexibility to adjust their prices as necessary, as consumers are willing to pay for essential healthcare items regardless of the expense. And how about Warren Buffett's favorite drinks, Coca-Cola and Pepsi? Both of these firms make two of the most recognized and consumed drinks on the planet. No matter how bad the economy gets, people will keep consuming their products. And that means your investment will be safe in any case. Financial institutions also make a big part of the ETF's investments. And that's good news because these firms typically generate revenue by levying a percentage on the transactions they handle. So they should do well when prices are going up during inflation. Overall, the diversified nature of ETFs and their exposure to inflation-resilient assets can 1. Help you maintain purchasing power, and 2. Potentially even benefit from inflationary environments. And this brings us to fact number 2. VOO is virtually risk-free, even more so in the long term.
I should be the best person to do that because I have this overview of the whole operation and I understand risk, and I think that should be the case every large financial institution, that the CEO regard his position number 1 as the chief risk officer. Now he can have a lot of other functions too, but he wakes up every morning and thinks about, is this place built to take anything?
Once again, the Oracle of Omaha is absolutely right. No one knows what risk is quite like him. While most investors will define risk as an investment that has the potential to negatively impact their financial welfare, Warren Buffett begs to differ. He believes risk is the possibility of losing all of your money, and it stems from not knowing what you are doing. But where are we going with this? Let's analyze the disparity between the U.S. Treasury bonds and an ETF like VOO. According to the S&P, there's a 0.29% chance that the U.S. will default on its bonds in the next 30 years. But it's a stark contrast to VOO. Take a look at the top 10 holdings in VOO out of the 505 it reportedly holds. As you can see, it's filled with giants that can stand the test of time. What are the odds of it all dipping right down to zero? It's almost impossible, right? So, what exactly is the risk with VOO in the long term? Even if you checked its top 100 holdings, you'd be hard-pressed to see a risk involved. Goldman Sachs reports that the likelihood of a nuclear conflict with Russia causing the S&P to plummet to zero stands at 2.5%. So that's why all ETFs maintain an A- stable effective credit rating. But let's say the 1 in 40 chance happens. Let's be honest, in such a scenario, nothing will matter. Not stocks, not the S&P, not dividends, nothing. Everything will become worthless. So you see, ETFs like VOO are basically future-proof. Now some of you might be wondering, okay, fine, ETFs seem safe and all, but what about VOO's dividends? It has to be higher risk, especially compared to the U.S. Treasury's income. Well, while we do admit the latter is indeed stable, VOO's dividends are certainly not high risk. In fact, it's one of the safest investments you could ever make with your money. Why? Because the ETF itself has strict measures that ensure its investments are safe and of high quality. They also pay attention to how much the investments are worth and manage any risks carefully. If you look at the list of companies that the ETF invests in, you'll notice that many of them have a good history of paying dividends. And that only means businesses are in a good position to stay active for a long time and keep giving money back to their investors. But let's tailor that down to VOO. After all, it is the bone of contention. Despite the fact that the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF isn't exactly an income-focused ETF dividend-wise, it ticks a lot of enticing boxes. For starters, it does offer a dividend, given that it comprises blue-chip stocks, which are typically dependable dividend-paying stocks. And secondly, VOO provides exposure to all of the dividend aristocrats, a group of companies within the S&P 500 index that have consistently increased their dividends annually for at least 25 years. Nevertheless, aren't you tired of all the crazy taxes your investments attract? If your answer is yes, then number 4, the fact that VOO has tax-efficient dividends might entice you. You see, when you receive income from bonds, it's taxed as regular income by the government. But dividends from VOO are treated differently. They are considered long-term investment gains and are taxed at a lower rate, typically around 15% for most individuals. But here's the part we find most interesting. The average American faces a tax rate of approximately 24.8%, which vastly surpasses the 15% tax rate on VOO's dividends. So you see, VOO is kind of a no-brainer for most people. It presents a more tax-efficient option, reducing tax liabilities on investment returns. Additionally, leveraging tax-advantage accounts such as 401ks and Roth IRAs gives you more options for legal tax avoidance on investment earnings. And when you consider the final fact that VOO is both cost-effective and stable, why haven't you invested in this ETF already? Imagine you're planning a road trip with friends, and you need to choose between 2 cars to rent. One rental company charges a flat fee, while the other adds an extra charge for gas, insurance, and mileage. Even though the second car might seem cheaper up front, those additional fees can quickly add up, making it more expensive in the long run. Similarly, when choosing between ETFs, investors have to consider expense ratios. Just like rental car fees, a low expense ratio means fewer hidden costs eating into your investment returns over time. But thankfully, VOO shines in this regard again. You see, one of the things we love the most about this ETF is its staggeringly low expense ratio of 0.03%. To put that into scale, for a $10,000 investment in this ETF, you would only need to pay $3 annually in fees. What could be better than that? Now, remember when we promised to show you how you could potentially flip $100,000 into millions in this ETF in rapid time? Pay close attention because we're about to show you exactly how you can do so. Let's imagine you put $100,000 into this ETF with a plan to consistently reinvest the dividends. With a dividend yield of 1.36% and a dividend growth rate of 5.81%, do you know that you'll have approximately $112,220 after your first year with dividends reinvested? Not too shabby for just 1 year, right? Things get even better. Looking ahead, after 10 years, your investment will be more than double to reach around $275,232. But before you raise your brows in excitement, you might want to fasten your seatbelts because the real compounding effect of VOO starts to show after 20 years. Your initial $100,000 investment will reach approximately $1.28 million with dividends reinvested annually, taking you into the top 1% in wealth already. And it just keeps getting better and better. After 30 years, your investment will grow to a mouth-watering $3.4 million. Now you know how the Oracle of Omaha keeps getting his billions.